What book is that again?
Rebecca.
You've been reading that very intently these past few days?
2 days. It was just 2 days.
Okay.
It makes a difference.
Did you enjoy it?
More or less.
Did you enjoy it more than the first time you read it?
No. I'm jealous of the people who get to read it for the first time.
What's wrong with the second time?
It just doesn't have the same effect on me now as it did the second time I read it.
Why not?
Because I didn't know what was coming.
So?
So I didn't know how it was going to end.
What's wrong with knowing?
Because now there's no chance the ending will change. Every time I read the book, it keeps repeating itself. Exactly. Over and over again.
Well, that is how books tend to go.
Whatever.
What?
I shouldn't have told you that.
Why not?
Because now you think I'm ridiculous.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You know, in the book, the second Mrs. De Winter felt invisible compared to Rebecca.
Yeah?
I mean, you never even find out Mrs. De Winter's name. But you see the name Rebecca on every other page. Rebecca, Rebecca, Rebecca.
You know I have no clue what you're talking about.
And then sometimes I wonder, what would it be like if I didn't have a name? Would you even notice I was here, or would I just be an invisible little blot on your subconscious?
What?
I'm surprised we don't have a housekeeper who keeps reminding me every 5 seconds that I don't matter to you.
Sweetie, what are you talking about?
I'm saying that Mrs. De Winter needed a confirmation from her husband that she knew she would never get.
Okay, I'm really lost.
I mean, how can Mrs. De Winter's husband expect her to live up to Rebecca? He married her first. He wanted her first, and he would have still been with her under different circumstances.
Well, don't get crazy about it. It's just a book.
But it's real life, too. Hasn't anyone ever made you feel invisible?
No.
Sometimes I feel invisible. Compared to her.
Who?
To Illana.
Oh.
Do you still love her?
Of course not.
Okay. Do you think it's possible to fall out of love?
Well, yes, I fell out of love with her.
But don't you think the teeniest bit of your heart still has some feelings?
Can we please not talk about this? She cheated on me. I divorced her. I don't love her. I love you. End of story.
How do you know you love me?
Because whenever I think about you, I'm happy.
Why else?
What do you mean?
Aren't there other ways you can tell me you love me?
Because I think about you all the time.
Even when we're apart?
Especially when we're apart.
Why especially?
Because I miss you whenever you're not there. I miss the way your hair smells like Burt's Bees shampoo. I miss the way you play with your fingernails whenever you're nervous. I miss the way you look when you look at me. I miss having someone next to me that I know loves me and will always be there for me. I just really miss you.
Do you miss me more than you used to miss her?
Why are we still talking about her?
I want to know how your feelings for me compare to your old feelings for her.
Our relationships are completely different. She wanted me to constantly pursue her, like she didn't even want to admit she was my wife. She kept playing hard to get even after I'd already gotten her, and not a moment went by when she wasn't trying to pick a fight. But you're nothing like that. I know that you love me and that you want to be with me forever, and it feels like I'm in charge for once. Are you mad at me?
No,
Why not?
because we're soulmates.
Says who?
Said you when you proposed to me.
Oh?
Don't you remember?
Kind of.
You don't remember when you proposed
No,
to
I
me?
remember. Don't worry, I just don't remember every single little word. I was making it up off the top of my head at the time. Not like I know every detail.
You made it up?
Well, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have felt heartfelt if I planned it out.
You made it up.
Yes.
As in you made up your feelings for me.
Oh, Jesus, I didn't mean it like that.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay.
You know, I really hate it when you do that.
What?
You just assumed that I meant something I didn't and started to get mad.
I wasn't mad.
You seem pretty mad.
I could never be mad at you. I just wish we could go outside.
It's cold outside.
But don't you want to see the parade?
I don't really care.
Oh. I care, though.
Well, so, go.
I wanted you to go with me.
Oh. Sorry. Maybe next time.
Well, what if there isn't a next time? What if this parade never, ever comes back again? What if this is our one chance to see it, and we're missing it?
Be reasonable. Of course, this parade will be back this time next year.
But what if it's not? Why can't you just go with me?
Look, either go by yourself now or wait till next year and go with me. It's your choice.
I don't understand why you can't just go with me for 10 minutes even. It's right outside.
Just let me read.
Okay, sorry, Maxim.
You know I don't know what you're referencing.
I'm referencing a man who didn't realize that his poor Mrs. De Winter was waiting for a confirmation to show that he loved her and no one else. She was dying inside and he never even noticed.
Just let me read my newspaper.
What would you do if I walked out the door?
I'd tell you to get back inside.
Because you care about me? Or because you don't want to be alone?
I am trying to read.
How important am I to you? Does it matter to you that I'm in your life?
Let me read. Stop asking silly questions.
What should I ask then?
Why do you have to ask anything?
Because I want answers.
To what?
If I tell you, you'll just get annoyed at me again.
How do you know?
Have you not been listening to the past few minutes of our conversation?
Right, just let me read my newspaper.
Oh God, enough with the newspaper!
All right, what has gotten into you tonight?
What are you talking about?
Everything! What do you want from me?
I want you to admit that you saw Illana 2 days ago.
What?
I know it happened.
No, you really don't.
So what's your excuse then?
I don't need an excuse. You can just trust me.
I saw you with her. You can't dispute that.
Okay, yes, I was with her. You can't just assume I'm cheating on you.
I saw you with your hand on her shoulder. I did the math.
You are really not right here.
And by that...
Elena's father died. I saw her through a Starbucks window as I was on my way home, and she was crying, so I went in to see what the problem was. I was helping her. Just because I have a wife doesn't mean I'm not a good person.
Why didn't you tell me, though?
I didn't think it mattered.
But it does.
Well, I'm sorry.
You can't just say sorry and assume it'll all be okay.
Why not?
Because this kind of thing doesn't affect you like it affects me. You're Maxim De Winter, and I'm just your second wife, living in the shadow of your first. I love you no matter what, but I'm never quite sure if my feelings are reciprocated. My whole life I've been looking for some kind of rule book to live by, you know? I just wanted to do everything right. It's just funny that instead of a rule book, I found an exact description of everything that could go wrong.
You know, I really think you're being a little overdramatic here.
Of course you do.
I don't see what's so bad about our lives. We have this wonderful house. We have each other. We get to listen to parades go by outside. What are you doing?
I'm going.
You're going where?
Out the window. Don't worry, there's a fire escape.
Yes, no, I know that. I mean, where are you going after you go out the window?
To the parade.
By yourself?
You said you didn't want to come. Here's a souvenir.
Come on. You're not really going alone, are you? You said you wanted to go with me.
Maybe next time.